Hi, this is Ray Boom Boom Mancini, and you're watching RSR Video Email Bag Show with your host, Bad Brad. Now, at this point, Bad Brad wants me to say, forget about it, but I'm not going to say it because it's stupid. I mean, come on now. Brad, what are you doing? You think you're some half-assed wise guy or what? So I'm not saying it, okay? Forget about it. I'm not saying it.
Hi, this is Sean O'Grady. You're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad. Forget about it.
Hi, this is Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, and you're watching the Ringside Report Video Email Bag Show with my main man, Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
This is Jesse Left Hook Cook, and you're watching the Ringside Report Video Email Bag Show with my good friend Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
Hello, this is Jackie Lopez, and you are watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad.
This is Trey Lippy Morrison, and you're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad. Forget about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report Web TV channel. Now, here's your host, the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing, Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
Life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come.
Hey, folks, the best is yet to come. All right, we got some great questions today from a rainy / now sunny Tulsa, Oklahoma. And as Deb always says, wait 15 minutes and the weather will change here in Oklahoma. All right, let's get into the business so we get into your great questions. When we hit 1,300 subscribers, 1300 to the Ringside Report Web TV channel, we're going to give away this great book, Welcome to the Big Time. It is autographed by one Ernie Shavers. Okay, and all you have to do is hit that button in the corner and subscribe. Now, I want to welcome all my new subscribers to the show or to the channel. Tell all your friends, tell your mother-in-law, tell your father-in-law, tell your cousin 3 times over, twice removed, or however you say it, forget about it. All right, now if you want to be on my next show, send your questions into ringsidereport2014@gmail.com. Again, that's ringsidereport2014@gmail.com. And leave your comments below, as you always do, and you know that I will always respond back to you. Now, without further ado, forget about it. Let's get into your great questions today. First one up. Bad Brad, in your opinion, was referee Davey Pearl blacklisted from refereeing because of his opinion that the mob may have killed Sonny Liston in a couple of documentaries Davey Pearl was in? From Marvin Meshuggah M. from Monroe Township, New Jersey. Meshuggah, I called you Meshuggah and I using a nickname, forget about it. All right, I'm going to charge you $22.50 every time you use it, forget about it. You're probably asking me about Davey Pearl, I would assume, because you picked up my book, Boxing Reviews of a Lifetime. Thank you for sending me a picture holding up the book. Greatly appreciate the support there. Meshuggah and Marvin. Interviewed Davey in the book, as you know. He was very close friends with Sonny Liston. He told a great story. So anybody liking Sonny Liston, pick up my book because there's some great story in there that Davey tells. You know, Marvin, that's a good question. He never alluded to me even off tape when I was, because it was a phone interview. He didn't say anything off the record about that. So I'm not 100% sure. I think, first of all, Davey Pearl doesn't get enough credit. He should be in International Boxing Hall of Fame. I believe he's in the Nevada or a couple World Boxing Hall of Fame or a couple, but he's not in International Boxing Hall of Fame. I'm most positive of that. And he needs to be. He was a great referee. He was the referee for Leonard Hearns 1. Ollie Spinks 1. I got pictures on the wall. Him, Ernie Shavers against Larry Holmes, and a lot of other great fights because he sent me some great pictures of him as the third man in the ring. I don't know if he was blacklisted because of that, or I don't know if he got a little bit old in the tooth, because he was quite old when he stopped refereeing. So I don't know. I don't want to put something out there and then everybody goes on my word that was the case. Is it possible? Anything is possible. I don't know it to be a fact, so I can't confirm nor deny that, because he never told me in the conversations, the interview, or off the record, or the other times that I talked to him on the phone. Sadly, he passed away of Alzheimer's a couple of years back. His brother Lou, who was on a documentary I saw on one of those not Unsolved Mysteries, A&E, can't remember the name of it. AJ Benz used to host this show, and they talked to Lou. I can't remember who it was. It might have been about the Rat Pack. I think it was about the Rat Pack. Lou was a doorman, but he was very popular in Vegas. David died a couple of years ago of Alzheimer's, God rest his soul. Great man, loved to talk to him. Was always great hearing from him, and just a credit to the sport. All right, so there's your answer. Meshuggah Marvin. Next up, Bad Brad. Who do you see coming out with a victory in the Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux fight? Danielle A. from Kent, Washington. Well, Meshuggah Marvin, you got company, because Danielle, she goes by another name on Facebook. I won't put it out there. Obviously, you don't use the same name, but I know who this is. Both of you are in my forum. Both of you support the show. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and all the other ones that do. So, what is my pick for Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux? Very easy. I've actually said this before. Lomachenko is going to beat him, I think, by a decision. I don't think he's going to stop Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is moving up in weight. That's not his natural weight. Lomachenko is the bigger guy. Both great fighters. Can Rigondeaux win? Sure. He's a great boxer. But I think he's getting long in the tooth. He couldn't get the fights that he really wanted. So I think that Lomachenko is going to win a close, unanimous decision. I'm going to say 116, 112 range. Now, it is possible that Lomachenko does knock him out. And it is possible that Rigondeaux could win the fight. But 116, 112, Lomachenko, unanimous decision. All right, folks, on that note, we're going to take a short commercial break.
Hi, everybody. I'm Al Bernstein, and you're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad.
Hi, fight fans. This is Steve Double S. Smoger, International Boxing Hall of Fame referee, class of 2015, and you are watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Gregory Abbott. You're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show, hosted by Bad Brad. Bringing you the latest developments in the world of boxing. Peace.
All right, folks, we're now back. And if you went to, I don't know, where did you go? You went here. You went there. You went everywhere. But you didn't go, or why the hell would you go, to Coffeyville, Kansas? Forget about it. And you forgot who I am? I'm the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad Berkowitz. And I am the host of the RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report Web TV channel. Say that backwards 22 times, I'll give you the book. All right. Remember, when we hit 1,300 subscribers, we're going to give away this great book. Welcome to the big time. Ernie Shaver's autobiography. I have read it. Fantastic book, and I have reviewed it. All right, just hit that button and subscribe. All right, let's get to the remainder of your questions today. Next up, excuse me, Bad Brad, how's it going? Want to let you know there's going to be a documentary about Tommy Morrison on ESPN2 on September 27th. You were right about the judges, and I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on the GGG versus Canelo fight and who you think won. Wells M. from Shreveport, Louisiana. Oh, Louisiana in the house. I hope you're not an Aints fan like my dad, because you guys are 0-2. Forget about it. I know Dallas is 1-1, but at least we won one. Forget about it. I heard next week the Aints are playing Pee Wee football league in Pee Wee team, and they got a 70-30 chance of not winning. All right, so yes, I do know about the documentary. It's actually 30 for 30 about Tommy Morrison, and ESPN actually sent me an invite. I wasn't able to go to Miami, Oklahoma, to a small theater there to watch it. And a pre-screening, I wasn't able to go and watch it. So I'll watch it here. I'll DVR and I'll watch it on TV. Tommy was an exciting fighter. Not one of my favorites, but doggone good fighter. Not the best left hook, like everybody wants to say. That's kind of like his minions want to say, because it's not realistic. Joe Frazier had the best left hook. Tommy had a damn good one. Don't get me wrong. Don't misquote me. He had a damn good left hook, but he didn't have the best one. Exciting fighter. I enjoyed watching him. Like I said, not one of my favorite fighters in my top 5, but I still enjoyed watching him. It should be good. Now, the Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G fight, or Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez fight, forget about it. First of all, I scored it 115-113 for Triple G. That's 7-5 in rounds, if you're not aware of that. My pre-fight prediction was this: GGG by a close, hard-fought, unanimous decision. 116-112, 115-113 range. Now, Harold Letterman unofficially had a 116-112. I had it 115-113. The judges scored it 115-113 Triple G, 114-114 a draw, and Adelaide Byrd, who's taken a lot of flack, including from me, who Stevie Wonder said he'd loan her his eyesight to score her next fight, 118-110. Not in 18 million years was that fight 118-110. 10 rounds for Canelo? No freaking way. Forget about it. Even at a draw, okay, even though I think Canelo won, even if you said Canelo won by 1 point, even though I think Triple G won, did I say Canelo? I meant Triple G. There's no way in this universe there was 118-110. Horrible score. I thought it was a good fight. I thought there were spurts of action. It wasn't a Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. It wasn't a fight of the year like people were saying. No, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Everybody said, well, if they fight again, Canelo... No, he won't. Canelo won't knock Triple G out. I don't think Triple G will knock Canelo out. They both have beards of steel, okay, because they both landed heavy shots. I know Triple G didn't land his right hand most of the night, but he did land it occasionally, and he did land some big punches, and Canelo did too. They both were in this fight at all times. Canelo got a little winded. Triple G didn't. He started slow. But neither one of them are going to knock each other out. So these people say, oh, Canelo's going to knock Triple G out in a rematch. Bullshit. No, he's not. It's going to go to the distance again. Okay? But, again, 115-113 Triple G. I feel it was a robbery because that one judge scored it so badly. Okay? Was it the worst robbery I ever seen? No, that 118-110 was horrible. Triple G, again, was the winner in my book. I'd like to see the rematch. I don't know if I'd pay to see the rematch. I don't know. I busted out my $79.95 Fazools for it, and I will tell you this. Shame, shame is your middle name, Oscar Fishnet. Shame, shame, Delaware. You gave us a shitty undercard. Okay, a shitty undercard. All right? You suck at undercards. And it's a disgrace to charge that much money. All right? Wells M, keep leaving your comments on my channel. You know I always respond. Last question of the day goes to Bad Brad. How do we fix what happened in the decision of Triple G versus Alvarez fight? Olympic-style electronic scoring? How do we get rid of judges like Adelaide Byrd and others like her? I understand she mentors up-and-coming boxers. How do we fix this problem? It makes me sick to see decisions like this. Thanks, Eric V. from Lansing, Kansas. Well, welcome back, Eric V. from Lansing, Kansas. You get the last question of the show. I actually talked about this on my last show. Judges need to be held accountable. I'm tired of the excuses that Bob Bennett from Las Vegas and other commissions use. If I screw up, I don't need to be held accountable. You know why? Because I hold my own self accountable. But if I was in a working atmosphere and I had a boss, okay, he would need to hold me accountable, even though I would do it myself. Now, I said that judges who screw up on a decision need to get remedial training, okay? But if it is a consistent problem, and it has been in Adelaide, look, I'm not going to call the lady these evil names that they call her. Yeah, I'll call her blind, because she is blind. But I'm not going to call her C word and the B word and all of these things, and they probably use some racial things against her too. That I will not do. That I will not do. Do I think she's incompetent? Yes, I do. In her scoring. That I don't know her personally as a person. I'm only talking about her as a boxing judge. Let's keep it in perspective. Okay? I believe her scoring is incompetent because there's a record there of her having incompetent scoring. at this point, I don't think there's remedial training. And if she's training people, forget about it. She needs to be fired. If I screwed up on a consistent basis, you need to fire me. If one of my guys screws up on one of my websites on a consistent basis, I'm going to fire him. Because you got to do what you got to do. It's not personal. It's business. Like Sonny said to Tom Hayden and Godfather about Michael. He's taking it very personal. This is business, and he's taking it very personal. Okay? We need to, across the board, have unified rules. So if you fight in Connecticut and it's a standing 8 count, 3 knockdown rule in effect, it needs to be in Las Vegas or in Florida or wherever. Consistent rules across the board. Judges need to be held to the utmost standards because it's not fair to fighters that fight their ass off to get a bad decision. Now, you can have a fight where a judge sees things differently. That's fine. A 116-112, which is 8-4 in rounds, or a 115-113, 7-5, like I had it, is not that far apart. But when you have 2 judges, one judge has a 114-114, and one has it 115-113, okay, and the other judge has it 118-110, now there's a problem. There's a problem. If a judge had it 117-111, there's a problem. It's too far apart, okay? So I said remedial training, but if they consistently screw up, they need to be fired and replaced. That's all there is to it. And that's coming from somebody that was a professional judge. As I said, go on boxrec.com. It's actually Brad Berkwood on there. I said Brad or Bradley last time. Brad Berkwood. I judged 2 cards here. Tulsa, Oklahoma, and in Grove. All right, so that's how we clean it up. Eric V, great questions today, folks. All right, and as we always do, that's another show in the can. Forget about it. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come. Bad Brad out.